Hello, Virgo. Welcome to Intuitive Gems. My name is Desiree, and I'm going to be doing your monthly reading for September 2024. Now, if this is your first time catching one of my readings, I do want to say welcome and I invite you to subscribe because I do these readings each and every month, and I would love to share your intuitive insights and messages with you. For the readings this month, I'm using my Groovy Waite Tarot deck. I will clarify with my Radiant Rider Waite Tarot. And then, Virgo, I will close out your reading with a crystal reading healing oracle card. I think that's what it's called. So, is there anything else I need to remind you guys about? Oh, if you didn't already know, I go live 2 times a week and I do Ask Me Anything readings. Those happen on Mondays and Fridays. So if you'd like to ask me a question about your specific situation, feel free to join me during those live streams. We have a lot of fun, and they've been doing really well. All right, so let's get right into your reading, Virgo. Happy birthday! It is Virgo's birthday month, and I am a Virgo, so I'm ready to celebrate, as I always am. All right, so, and looks like September is really good. Look at how things are starting off. We do have that Ace of Pentacles. Now, remember that Ace of Pentacles, that's the card that talks about brand new streams of income. And I do feel this is coming for a lot of us Virgos. I feel like there's something we've been working on throughout the year, and it's finally going to start paying off. We're going to start seeing some progress, some results, some movement in the month of September. And this happens in that first week of September. All right. Now, we also have now, what is that? That's the, oh, that's the Five of Swords. I was getting confused there. I was looking at the wrong thing. Anyway, so we got the Five of Swords. Now, the Five of Swords is a card that talks about communication. And we do have 2 communication cards in your first week of September, Virgo. We've got the Five of Swords and the Five of Wands. Looks like communication is strained here for that first... I want to say the first week in September, probably within the first 3 days. It looks like there's going to be maybe some issues as it relates to communications, discussions, having conversations with people. And I feel like this is something work related. All right. The thing is things may be strained here, but they don't stay that way, because by the end of the week, things improve a lot. Okay. So don't stress if your conversations feel a little heavy or a little kind of chaotic, because that's going to smooth itself out, like I said, by the end of that first week. Next, we do have the Star card, one of my favorite cards, and the Ace of Cups and the Three of Wands. All right, that Star card literally talks about you being the star of the show, Virgo. I feel like some of you Virgos, you're kind of moving into what I like to call celebrity status. And it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be, all over the place, like on TV, magazines, that type of thing. Although for some of you, that may be the case. But what I am picking up with this card is that a lot of you Virgos are moving up the ranks as it relates to your career, maybe even in your personal life. And I feel like it's like you're just not playing small anymore, Virgo. And this is powerful. Because what happens is that you're really stepping into who you truly are, and you're starting to have the exact experiences that you've been wanting to have probably your whole life. Now, the Star card is a very powerful card, like I said, and it's a very positive card. It also means that you're attracting a lot of attention. And like I said, for some of you Virgos, this is going to be leveling up in a bigger, bolder, more attention-grabbing way. We also have that Ace of Cups. This is a brand new relationship for some of you. Now, the Ace of Cups also talks about abundance and overflow, but because I'm picking up more relationship stuff with this, this is going to be something where a relationship really just kind of blossoms. Now, it could be romantic, but not always. This could be a friendship that goes to a next level, maybe a deeper level, or it could be some of you are going to move into more long-term relationships with a partner or someone that you've had a crush on. All right, so this is very good. Like I said, that's the beginning of a brand new relationship that is better than what you had even expected or anticipated it to be. We also have the Three of Wands. I do believe that a lot of you Virgos are going to be planning your future at this point in time. Now, the thing is it's not only about making future plans as it relates to like your life and maybe work, but I feel like this is more like immediate future. In other words, within the next year. Maybe you're going to be taking some trips. Maybe you're going to be making a plan for a big purchase. It's like you're seeing short-term vision, which will actually help you figure out what you want for your long-term goals or your long-term visions. All right, so the focus is going to be within the next year as it relates to that planning. And then we already talked about improvement, getting better as it relates to your communication, Virgo. So don't be afraid to have conversations. Don't be afraid to have discussions that may, like I said, feel a little heavy at first. Don't worry, someone's going to come around and they're going to see your point of view before all is said and done. Oh, you have some new people coming into your life because you got 2 knights here. Whenever I get knights here back to back, this tells me it's more about people as opposed to the specific energies of the card. But let's go ahead and start with that moon card. We got the moon card, which means that something is hidden, and it may not necessarily be deliberately hidden. Sometimes the information is there, but for whatever reason, we're not like we can't see it or we can't receive it. And that's what I'm getting here with this card. It's like there's information all around you, Virgo. However, you've got your filters on. Now, I'm getting this is business related for a lot of you. All right, business. Now, I know not all of you have businesses, but for those of you that do, you've got some filters on that could be getting in the way of you making the decisions or taking the actions that you want to take as it relates to growing your business, expanding your business, maybe starting, launching your business, or maybe even for some of you, maybe pivoting in your business, maybe shutting down your business for whatever reason. All right, so understand that what you're seeing is what you are choosing to see, okay? Next up, we do have the Chariot card. That's a fantastic card because that always means that multiple things are happening at once and they're happening quickly. You're going to have to figure out how you're going to balance it all, Virgo, because sometimes that's the tricky part. It's like we love all the things happening all the time, but again, there's only so much time in the day and so much energy, so we're going to have to be very careful and very specific as it relates to how we're doing this, okay? Next up, we do have the Two of Cups. This is why I'm saying, again, this is confirmation a brand new relationship is on the horizon for you, Virgo. Because remember, we had the Ace of Cups here, which is the start of a brand new relationship. Then we've got the Two of Cups, which is a divine partnership. This is something that I believe is something you've been waiting for, Virgo. It could be, like I said, a crush for some of you that finally kind of takes off or, you know, progresses or moves to that next level. All right, so here's where we've got some interesting people coming in. We've got a King and 2 Knights. All right, the King of Pentacles is all about financial literacy, and this is all about really becoming more informed about something. There's something you need to be educated in as it relates to your money. All right, Virgo, I think this is an ongoing thing. I remember we talked about this earlier actually in the year. Now we also have the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Swords. Again, I'm picking up that this is somebody who really shows up for you in a very powerful, thoughtful, passionate way even. This doesn't necessarily indicate gender. Just because it's a knight doesn't mean that it's someone of, you know, who's a male, but it's someone who shows up for you in the exact way that you need them to. And then we got the Knight of Swords. Now the Knight of Swords is a very fast moving energy. We talk about that all the time. The Knight of Swords means someone shows up and then he goes away just as quickly, but sometimes he's around just long enough for you to tap into the advantages or for you to tap into the opportunity that this person brings. Now, like I said, I feel like this is somebody who shows up in the right way, in a passionate way, in a thoughtful way, and this is somebody who's bringing an opportunity. Someone's giving you an offer, or somebody's saying, hey, you know, I've got this going on. Do you want to join me? Yes or no? Are you in or out? That kind of thing. All right, so let's continue on, Virgo, and see what else shows up for you as it relates to the month of September. There's that, wow, we've got Okay, we've got the Knight of Swords. We've got the Moon card again. Remember, that's that selective filter. You're seeing what you want to see, Virgo. But here's the thing. We all go through times like that. Doesn't necessarily mean anything bad. It just means that, you know, we've got our selective our selective filters on. All right, so the Knight of Swords, again, we got this guy back to back. All right, the Knight of Swords means an offer, an opportunity, something is showing up, and you're going to have to make a decision quickly. Now, this happens roughly about the middle of September, so keep your eyes and ears open to any potential new offers or opportunities, like I said, because you're going to be really attracted to this, and the thing is you're not going to have a whole lot of time to make a decision. Next, we got the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles means you're going to be in a position to feel generous. This kind of reconfirms what we talked about with this Ace of Pentacles earlier in your spread. This means that you've got more than enough, not only money, but maybe time, resources, energy, information, whatever. And you're going to be in a position to share that. This is really good because, again, that confirms you have more than you need. You are tapped into certain levels of abundance that you may not have been connected or aligned with before. All right, we talked about the moon. Remember, you've got your selective filters on. This happens again once we hit the second half of September, Virgo. But like I said, sometimes that's where we are. Sometimes that's what we need to see, so we don't get overwhelmed or so we don't get triggered by something that could be very distracting. Now, we also have this Nine of Wands. I do pick up that you're going to feel a little bit of discouragement, maybe a little bit of frustration once we hit that second half of September, Virgo. It's not because you're doing anything wrong. Sometimes that's just the circumstances. But remember, we have to always manage our emotions to the best of our ability. And that takes practice and that takes time. All right? And you get better at it the more you do it. But managing your emotions is definitely going to put you ahead. Finally, we do have the Three of Pentacles, Virgo, because you are elevating in the month of September. Not everybody's going to be supportive. That's what I'm getting with that card. In other words, some people are going to be maybe a little envious, maybe a little jealous, but again, don't interpret that as you doing something wrong. Not everybody can handle all the stars shining so brightly. And that's basically what you're doing this month, Virgo. Your star is shining so bright. Not everybody can handle it. All right? Not everybody can handle it. And that's going to be a little disappointing, as we see with that Three of Swords. That Three of Swords is you feeling a little disappointed because you weren't expecting someone to feel so jealous or envious of you. But like I said, doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong, Virgo. All right. Then we've got more people showing up. Look, we've got two queens and a king, all right? Remember, we had two knights and a king earlier. All right, and this is a little extra card. Didn't mean for her to come out, but she did. That's okay. All right, communication, like I said. Now, this communication card here, this is actually good in the reverse. This means that you're going to have some really deep, thought-provoking conversations. And I don't feel like this is work-related. I feel like this is in your personal life. Like you really talk with someone and you really share and open up and kind of, you know, not necessarily spill your guts, but it's just somebody that you feel you can be really open and vulnerable with. That's what I'm getting with this card. Now, we also have the Six of Cups, which is a very fun, playful card. And this is also the card that indicates you connecting with someone that you have some type of history with. It doesn't mean it's necessarily an ex, but it is somebody that you do have some type of past connection with. And this is also the card of fun. This is also the card, like I said, of playfulness. So I wouldn't be surprised if you spend some time with somebody that you really enjoy. You guys laugh a lot. You guys play together. All right, this is going to be a really, really good card, and you reconnect with this person towards the end of September. We talked about that Three of Swords. Remember, like I said, doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong, but it is a little bit hurtful that you find people feeling jealous or envious of you and what you're doing. All right, like I said, you're not doing anything wrong, Virgo, so don't internalize that. We also have the Magician. Now that's one of my favorite cards because that's literally the card of creating exactly what you want. And sometimes the only thing we need to do is get in alignment with it. And like I talked about earlier, managing your states, managing your emotions to the degree where you become really, really magnetic because you're in alignment with all things that are good and all things that are desirable. All right, now again, like I said, this takes practice, Virgo, but you are doing it. You are shifting, okay? Now, this is also the card of alchemy. In other words, you're taking everything that you have available to you at this point in time, and you are rearranging, you are mixing, you are manipulating all of those things in order to rework them so you can create the outcomes that you desire. All right, let's talk about these people here. 2 queens, and then we have a king. All right, now these 2 queens are very powerful. This is the queen of not taking any unnecessary risk, and then we've got the queen of physical space. I wouldn't be surprised, Virgo, if you start letting stuff go because it's like you're preparing for something. Either preparing for a trip or preparing for some type of geographical movement in some way. It could be relocation for some of you. Right? Because we are in the month of September, you know, we're moving into Q4, we're setting up for 2025. And so a lot of you are going to be releasing things and making preparation for some type of movement. Now, this can be in the physical or it could also be energetically. Then we have the King of Cups. This is, like I said, the card of mastering your emotions, the card of really paying attention to how you feel, and paying attention to what vibration you are in alignment with. Again, this takes a little bit of emotional maturity. This also takes a little bit of emotional intelligence, but you've got it dialed in, Virgo. You're getting really good, really good at this. And this is gonna bring some unexpected benefits to you that you can't even imagine. All right, so you're preparing for what's to come. You already have things falling into place at the beginning of the month, and then you have a brand new relationship that's on the horizon. Now, for some of you, like I said, that's going to be romantic. And for some of you, it's a friendship or another type of relationship that just kind of expands into a whole nother level. This is good, Virgo. September is going to be a fantastic month for you. And like I said earlier, happy birthday. All right, Virgo, let's go ahead and close out your reading with a Healing Oracle crystal reading card. Oh, yep. Soul connection, crystal, lovers. See, like I said, a new relationship is brewing, Virgo. This card confirms it. We got it twice in your reading, and now the Oracle card is telling us the same thing. Soul connection crystal. All right, so if you do work with crystals like I do, this is a beautiful crystal. Looks like a clear quartz. Yeah, and this also says Master Teacher card. I just noticed that. But it's the card of lovers, right? This is a dual point quartz here. All right, Lovers card. I don't think I need to say anymore. A new relationship is on its way to you this month, Virgo. All right, I want to thank you so much for spending this time with me. I hope this reading was helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. And make sure you join me Monday or Friday for the lives. And I'll check in with you again next month.